Sorry about that, guys. We had a weird camera malfunction there. Hey, what's going on? Welcome back to the Glassman's World. So we are here at Emerson Elementary School, which is off of Southern and Louisiana. And we are here at the unofficial opening of the Albuquerque International Balloon Fiesta 2025, guys. So welcome to Albuquerque Aloft. This is a special event that they do every Friday, the day before Balloon Fiesta kicks off. So tomorrow is the actual opening ceremony, and we Dawn Patrol, our balloon crew, will be there first thing in the morning. We take to the field at 5 o'clock, 5 a.m. and we're up in the air by 6 a.m. If we have beautiful skies like it is today, this weather is perfect for ballooning, guys. This is beautiful. Look at this beautiful blue skies here. We got a little bit of cloud coverage. You can see that these clouds are breaking up, which you know, happens from the different aerosol canvassing that they put in the sky, so it makes it look like that. But we're gonna have some really nice clear skies for today. Looks like a good time to fly. There are a few balloons up in the sky I've already noticed in the far back. I don't think we could even zoom in to see them. They're way out there. I can count at least 3 or 4 that I see in view, and then there's probably some below the tree line there. This balloon, what is this balloon called? I forget. I don't want to get the name wrong. Is it called Old Glory? American Beauty. I think this might be American Beauty. I'm not 100%. But I did put up the post on my Facebook page. I will also make sure to put up the links into the descriptions from the video last night that I did, and then also this video. I'll put the description in so you can see balloonfiesta.com. If you go there, then just go to the link Albuquerque Aloft, and you will be able to see the listing for the balloons this morning. But you know, at this point, if you haven't checked the list, it's probably a bit too late. I don't think I can get any closer, but that's all right. We're going to be up close and personal tomorrow. We're going to be in the pilot's face and in the crew's space. We're going to be standing on the balloon. No, just kidding. We're going to not stand on the balloon. We're going to be hanging out, chilling. We're going to get into the balloon, though. We're going to get a balloon ride at some point this year. I normally get at least one flight every year. I'm a dedicated balloon crew member, a chase member. I do believe these guys are going to stay static. There isn't too many places to land much more further south than this. So these guys are going to stay static, means that they're not going to launch. They're not going to fly. There's one person, I don't know if you can see the person right there holding the line. So as you can see, there's a line that goes all the way up to the top of the balloon. It goes up to the top there, and that's called the crown line. And there's an individual holding the crown. And on top of the balloon is a little circular piece of fabric that is known as the crown. And it's held on by just Velcro. Tomorrow morning when we do Dawn Patrol, I will get you guys up close and personal with our balloon with Polar Dawn. Which, here, let me show you what our balloon looks like. So this is our balloon Polar Dawn right here, as you can see. It's an old shirt. This is probably the first shirt that I purchased a few years ago. And on the back, it's got our, I don't know if I can show you the back. Can I? I don't know if I can show you the back. But that's the polar bears that are on top of the crown of our balloon. And so the crown is a circular piece of fabric that can pop open. It's basically held on with just Velcro, and the balloon pilot has a rope, has a line that goes up in from here and goes up through into the sides and then goes into the top, and he can pop the top. He can actually pull that fabric away from the Velcro, and then somehow it just magically just reattaches itself right back to the Velcro. I don't understand the science of that, but yeah, it's pretty amazing how they do that. Oh, I just noticed they have that fence open in the far back over there. I wonder if we could actually walk in. So I just wanted to give you guys a real quick preview on what's going on this morning with Albuquerque Aloft. We may go drive around here in a little bit. I was probably going to go wake up my son and see if he wants to come over and check out the balloon here. And being that the fence is open on the far end of the field here, we might actually be able to get onto the campus. Last year, they wouldn't allow me on the field by myself. So I'm standing on the outside of the fence here, but this is the perfect view. You know, I'm not zooming in at all, and we're barely able to get the balloon in the whole entire screen. This is how large the balloons are, guys. That's why, you know, when I make my little glass gondolas, I make them really tiny compared to the rest of the balloon. Now, as you can see, this balloon on the bottom there, so the colorful part of the balloon here, this part right here is known as the envelope, right? And then you have different, the rows are called gores, and each gore has different patterns, or I don't know what, I forget what you call each one of the, like the quilted pattern. But then there's the gores, and the gores are basically like all the different like lines coming down. And then on the bottom you have what's called a skirt or a scoop, and these guys here have a scoop. So on one side it's open, and the other side the scoop will actually help. Usually you want to have the scoop facing in the direction of the wind, I believe, so then that way it can help push you along, gives you a little bit more directional control. And people wonder, like, can balloons actually steer and navigate? And it's not like they have a steering wheel. It's not like they have a propeller and they can like turn themselves and change directions, you know. But balloon pilots, they have different tactical gear, different digital readers that will tell them what the altitude is, you know, the elevation, the altitude, the wind speed, the balloon speed, which is actually the wind speed because we get carried by the wind, and what else? So right there, I don't know if they're gonna take off. I don't think they would take off. I think they were just moving the balloon a little bit away from the trailer. It's tethered, so that balloon's not gonna go anywhere. They did bring the crown line in, so I'm not sure if these guys are actually planning to take off or not. But they are floating, and they're buoyant right now. This is a beautiful balloon. So they're just floating tethered right now. They haven't detached from the, there's a line that's holding them. It's the tow line. And the tow line is a safety mechanism that we use. We connect it to like the vehicles, the trailers. Usually for us, we hook it up to the rear axle of our van, our chase van. There's a balloon in the far, far back way over here. I don't know if you can see that little tiny dot back there. Sorry, my fingernails are dirty from working on the car yesterday. But that balloon, I've noticed, has just been kind of sitting still in the air. This is the perfect day for flying and like just chilling. It's so beautiful. And yeah, you did catch me live. Good morning, Not So Fast, or Joni. I'm glad that you came in and you're watching. I am reading the comments. Sorry I haven't said hello and good morning. It is a really awesome sky this morning, and you're welcome for the view. And it is pretty neat to see how the balloon will, it'll fluctuate. It looks like it's breathing, right? That air kind of... So yeah, right now what they're doing is, this is called a tethered balloon ride. So they're not trying to, I think they're just kind of showing how the balloon works, being that there's no wind. The balloon's not getting pulled or pushed anywhere. They're basically just, wow, they're just floating right up. This is a beautiful day to, maybe you could get a flight in, real quick, just tethered flight off the ground, get in the balloon. This is something I try to talk my 13-year-old into, and she would be like, no, not getting in it. I'm like, you're not gonna just like launch up in the sky. We'll make sure you don't go anywhere if you don't want to. Sorry, my hand's a little shaky here, trying to hold it up above my head against this fence. Let me see what time it is here. 7:53. All right, so we got about an hour until my daughter has to get to school. Our son, we normally take him to school at, he has to be there by 8, but Fridays he has off, so he might be able to go around and chase with me this morning. We might go chase a few balloons. I know our friend Jonathan Wolf with the Infinitude, it's like a fractal, like a tie-dye fractal. It's not tie-dye though. That one is a printed balloon. Nowadays they have the imagery equipment that's big enough to do each one of the panels here. Oh, that's what they're called, the panels and the gores. And so they can print on each panel and then sew them together to make it an amazing image on the whole entire balloon. So now you got these amazing printed balloons. This is basically a classic balloon-shaped, globe-shaped balloon, round. It's not a racer. Racers are more elongated, almost look more egg-shaped. It has a scoop, not a skirt. It looks like this basket can probably fly about 2 people with the pilot, so that would be like 3 total. Some baskets are a lot larger than others. You can see how calm it is. A lot of people are afraid to get in a balloon, but you know, anytime I've been in a balloon, it's felt like you're just lifting off in an elevator. And sometimes it feels like even smoother than an elevator. Man, we're gonna definitely go and drive around today, and we're gonna catch some balloons landing. I'm gonna let you guys go here pretty soon, so I can go and make sure that my daughter's getting ready for school. I gotta make her lunch. Although I think she said she wanted to do school lunch today, so that makes it easy. But I would also like to see if our son wants to come walk over here real quick, and then also come and chase when we go drop off my daughter. We'll see if he wants to go chase, and we'll take you guys along on our own little personal private chase without a balloon. We're not going to be chasing any specific balloon, but if our friend Jonathan Wolf goes up in the air, we can definitely help him land. I just got to make sure to bring my gloves. You got to always wear gloves when you're touching the balloon envelope, you know, holding the ropes, things like that. You know, it's all for safety. You got to always pay attention and listen to what the pilot needs of you to do. If he says all hands on, then that means everyone puts their hands on the basket and holds it down. And then if he says hands off, you let go, because that means he wants to get up in the air and he doesn't want anything holding him back. So there's a lot of listening, really paying attention to what the pilot is saying, and that's what makes you an excellent crew member. I think my issue is that I'm always live, and so my pilot always yells at me and says, "Put your phone down." Even though I can do like multitasking, I'm an Aquarian. I was born to multitask. But I understand there's times when he gets a little like nervous because he may want me to have two hands on deck. I've been bringing my tripod out so I can just set the tripod down real quickly if I need to put the camera down. I will drop the camera for him if it's what is necessary. You know, like times of when we're landing, or, you know, different things that when he needs me to really have two hands on, then especially if I'm running the crown line, I can't really be holding the camera while I'm running the crown line. I've done that a couple times, and it's not the smartest thing because I can drop my phone and I might have to just leave it behind and not be able to pick it up because I'm you know, controlling the crown line. So in the last couple years, I figured out that I can put my tripod down my belt loop, and then I can hold the tripod there, basically on my waistline, so you get the belt cam. And so that kind of works, but it's a little bit shaky and rough, but it is what it is. I will be having the unofficial Balloon Fiesta Live Dawn Patrol show on my channel here at Theglassman'S World. We start at 5 a.m. guys. We get on the field, and as soon as we're on the field, we start unloading the crew and then all of the equipment, and then things start rolling right away. As soon as we get there, 5 a.m. is when it starts for Dawn Patrol. So Balloon Fiesta Live doesn't actually go live until I think 6 a.m. and that's when we are already launching in the air, so you don't really get to see the whole Dawn Patrol launch. You know, they might be coming in with their promo intro video that comes in and says, "You're watching Balloon Fiesta Live. Welcome to Albuquerque International Balloon Fiesta 2025 edition." You know, and then they'll do that little announcement there like that. You guys like my announcement? And so so then we're already up in the air while they're doing their little promo announcement video, and so they don't really capture the actual morning show, Dawn Patrol setting up and all that. So if you guys want to see Dawn Patrol, I will be the unofficial Balloon Fiesta Live Dawn Patrol show here at Theglassman'S World. Be sure to subscribe. I am also pushing for our next reaching 2K subscribers. So once we reach 2K subscribers, we'll probably give away some more glass. You know, something cool like this here. A real awesome little glass balloon. That's our balloon. That's Polar Dawn right there. So I think this is called either American Glory or Old Glory or something like that. Usually they have a balloon called Patterns in Check, and they have a glass bottom on the basket. So when you're looking down through the basket, when you're in there, see, they have 3 people in there now. Like I was saying, it probably holds 3. It might hold 4 comfortably. Our pilot's basket only holds 2. It's him and 1 other passenger. So whenever we fly with Polar Dawn, we get an amazing personal flight. It's just us, 1 person and the pilot. That's it. So we get an amazing flight. Our pilot is really awesome. He's one of the best in the world. That's why he is a Dawn Patrol pilot. There's only a few pilots that get hand selected to be part of Dawn Patrol, and And I don't know how exactly they get hand selected, but there's only a dozen or less that go up every morning, and they have pretty much the same pilots every morning. They might bring in like a different one here or there. They might swap out a couple pilots here or there, but it's usually the same dozen pilots every year. We're usually flying right next to the same balloon every year, every dawn patrol. So I don't know how you get in there, but it is a very exclusive group of balloon pilots. So we're like the rock stars of Balloon Fiesta. You know, we really are. We're the rock stars of Balloon Fiesta. We put on the morning show. We get the whole field. Dawn Patrol is the only show where all the other balloons are grounded. They don't even get to inflate until after opening ceremony, and Dawn Patrol goes up before opening ceremony. So like I said, we are the rock stars, guys. We get to go when it's dark, so the sky is still dark, and then we are the only unofficial glow, the balloon glow in the sky. You know, when we go up in the air and it's dark of night, our balloons are glowing in the sky. We got some beautiful photos from a few years ago where we were like in this cluster. It was a mass ascension, meaning all the balloons from Dawn Patrol went up at the same time. And I do believe they had us staggered, where they had like one balloon here, and then there's one balloon here, and then down the row, one balloon, then one balloon, one balloon, one balloon. And we all went up together, and we somehow all joined back together in one big old cluster. And I'm talking like these photos from that year are like, they could go on to Time magazine. Like, they are just amazing. Amazing photos. And I got to be part of that flight. I was in the basket, so I have live video of us in the cluster up there. You can actually see us you can see us touching the balloon as it's like coming up towards us and stuff. Oh look, they did a really long tow line. They're gonna actually bring it up a little bit higher now. And then see the crew is actually walking the tow line right here. So then they can bring it back, so it's not gonna land on their vehicle. So this is a controlled, tethered flight, guys. Real simple, real easy. Boom, look at that. It's like these guys know what they're doing, huh? Looks like they've done this before, huh? All right, well, like I said, I'm gonna let you guys go here in a moment. I gotta get back home and see if my son wants to come out and check this out. I figured I'd go live for a little bit, let my daughter get ready for school. And maybe she wants to come out here real quick before we go. Although she says, I see balloons all the time. Like, she's not too excited about it anymore. I think me taking her for the last 10 years, since she was 3 years old, she's like already Balloon Fiesta out. She's like, I have it every year. I'm good. So yeah, we might be able to actually walk in through that back part of the field and see the balloon up close. My son will definitely want to go come and check it out, that's for sure. But thank you guys so much for tuning in. Thank you, Not So Fast, for joining me on this little chat. I don't get too many people to come in and chat live, so I appreciate every single one of you who keeps the conversation going with me. It helps. If you guys have any questions about the balloon, the equipment, how it works, or anything, please ask. I'm fully seasoned and experienced. I got 10 years. This is officially my 10th year crewing at Balloon Fiesta. Well, I guess tomorrow morning will officially be 10 years, guys. Wow, a decade of ballooning. That means I've flown at least 10 times, but probably a dozen to 15 times at this point in my life. What? Oh, look at that. That looks beautiful how they're spinning it around. They're getting the scoop back to the west side. So I don't know if you saw that, but they're now positioning the scoop back to the west. Their number on the basket is facing us again. They're 090 or number 90. I don't even know what our number is yet for our balloon. I don't know if they're gonna lay it down yet or not. Airplane way, way, way above head here. I wonder what it looks like to them. All these little dots, colorful dots on the ground. All right, so I don't know if they're gonna lay it down or anything yet. If they grab the crown line, they might lay it down. It looks like maybe they're about to get the crown line. So I don't know if we're gonna be able to get my son to see this balloon. If they grab the crown line, I guess we'll just watch them bring it down. Yeah, they're clearing it out. They're about to lay it down, guys. All right, so what happens is there's a guy who's got that line there, and he's clearing the crowd out. He's clearing the kids out right now. He's telling them, go on ahead, go out that way. We're gonna lay the balloon down now. And so his job is to, oh, those kids aren't paying attention. He's like, hey guys, we gotta move. They're not paying attention. All right, so they're gonna bring the balloon down, and he's gonna have to pull that rope really, really hard and basically put all of his weight, all of his might up against it here to bring it down. Oh, what's going on, AdCap? No, this is not Rainbow Riders. This is American Glory or American Beauty or something. But Rainbow Riders, I don't think they're ever a part of Albuquerque Aloft. They basically just fly balloons. They are a local company, and they're in business for rides. So they give people rides. They have the largest baskets, which holds about a dozen people. So as you can see, this basket here only holds about 3 to 4 people. Our basket only holds 2. Our balloon is small and it's light and it's easy to carry. We can have 2 guys carry the whole entire envelope, whereas the Rainbow Riders, you need like 4 to 6 guys on that thing to carry it. And the basket is too heavy to carry and lift. You have to use these big old, like 1 foot or 2 foot tubes. These big old black like sewer tubes, and they roll the basket on to move it. Kind of like how they moved the blocks for Egypt, for the pyramids. There's some sort of music or something going on behind me. I don't know what's going on. There's some kind of music going on behind me. So now the guy with the crown, he's just like basically pulling it. And before they laid it down, the pilot opened up the top and basically popped the top to allow the air to escape. So now they're gonna pinch the bottom down here. They're gonna pull this air through, and they're gonna basically pinch the air out the top up here. So my son didn't get to see this one. I didn't think they were gonna lay it down that quick. Usually they keep going for a while, but I was about to let you guys go, and then there you go. But we won't stick around and watch them do the whole thing. I do need to get to my kids and make sure that my daughter is getting ready for school, and that my son, if he wants to go, he needs to get ready so we can get ready to go. So thank you guys so much for tuning in and watching. Like I said, be sure to subscribe, share this out. I will be the unofficial Balloon Fiesta Live Dawn Patrol show. I'll be covering all of Dawn Patrol, and then basically once we're done with that, you might stay with us and actually go on the chase and chase Polar Dawn, or I may just let you guys go because my crew doesn't like me always going live and I'm talking like this, and they're like, are you talking to us or are you talking to them? And I'm like, I'm talking to everyone. I'm talking to you guys too, if you guys are interested in this information. But yeah, I'm also like, when we're on the chase, I'm like, yeah, so we're following the balloon over here. It's to the right of us. And as I'm saying that, I'm trying to let the crew know that our balloon is to the right. So all eyes on our balloon so we can keep track of it. We also have radios to communicate with the pilot. So, and then we may split up into 2 or 3 different chase vehicles. So there could be opportunity for one crew to get there faster than the other, in case, you know, we get stuck in a dead end, we run into some kind of an arroyo where we can't get around it. You got to go double back. You know, there's a lot of open, empty fields that vehicles can't drive through, and you don't want to get stuck in sand or get stuck in the mud or anything like that. So, you know, it's really wise to have several chase vehicles going. And then that gives us a good advantage. And then also it's a fun little game to see who can get there first. Which group of chase crew actually can predict by following the weather pattern, understanding where the winds are, the directional wind on the ground. The ground winds can be a lot different compared to being way up in the sky at like 1,000 to 5,000 feet. If you're not paying attention when you're chasing and you don't look and like, okay, well, now they look like they're about 500 feet up. Now they're at 1,000 feet up. Looks like they're going this direction. Looks like they're going that direction, right? So if you're not paying attention to that, you can't really predict where the balloon's going to land. So that's what it takes, is really like having a good observational skills, being able to pay attention, and then also kind of just having a good just good insight, you know. So these guys, I don't know if you see how they're doing it, but there's one guy grabbing the balloon and he's kind of like pinching the air down, and then they get their Velcro straps. What we do is we got one guy who leans back and just kind of walks it out, and then I got a bunch of other people who are holding it up, and we just pinch all that air out. We don't Velcro strap anything. It's a little bit longer. It requires more time and energy and effort. So we don't Velcro strap our balloon. We basically just fold it accordion style into the bag on itself. But yeah, there you go. They're about to pinch it out. And then that's pretty much done, guys. But I'm done here. My arm is pretty much numb here. What's up, 07? Oh, and Rami's here. Good morning. And Mr. Monkey. So I see we got a few others watching. What is the 07? So I guess we pretty much have watched them take the whole balloon down. And then they're just gonna lay it flat. Someone's gonna grab the bag, and then they're just gonna fold it in and put it in and walk everything in, and then they're gonna break down the basket, take the burner off, put the burner inside the basket or somewhere, and everything is gonna fit inside that little trailer there. Oh, salute. I don't know anything about that. Well, salute to you, and good morning, and thank you so much for tuning in. It's a chat thing. I gotta get more hip on that. I'm an old fogey over here. I'm pushing 50, right? Remember? But I can still kick and punch and kick. I'm 50. And good morning, Rami. So be sure to subscribe. Like I said, I'm going to be doing the unofficial Balloon Fiesta Live Dawn Patrol show straight from the field right there at Polar Dawn's launch pad. We're usually on row M for the middle row, M for the morning show, M where the main stage is, M for Balloon Fiesta time. So yeah, just remember M row. There's some pylons out there on the field that are lit up in the mornings. They got they're basically painted white with red letters, and M we're usually M row, so the rows go from east to west, and they start, I think, from the south end of the field at like row A, but it might be like row C or row E. I don't know where the rows begin, and they go all the way to like row X or W, or I don't know, maybe they go all the way to Z. I don't even know. But we're usually in the middle of the field. Like I said, we're the rock stars of Balloon Fiesta, so we will be center stage, guys. We will be the only balloons up, standing up in the morning when it's dark, and yeah, you'll be able to find us right there. So come check it out. I'm gonna let you guys go. Thank you so much for tuning in, and that's about it. That's what I got for you. Thanks for tuning in to the Albuquerque Aloft. Hopefully we can catch some other balloons still up in the sky. Usually they fly till about 8:30 or 9, so let's go get my daughter to school and let's see if we can find any balloons to chase. All right, love and blessings, you guys. I'm out. Have a beautiful day.